Hi everyone, my name is Abhiraj Garakapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Abhi.
Your journey into stories begins here.
In a pool with the cameras covered, her imagination runs wild, picturing a romantic and steamy encounter between the two of them. Playing along with her own misunderstanding, the principal retrieves a key from her desk, telling Lin Zekin that she will, of course, satisfy all of his requests. She hands him the key, officially designating the pool as their exclusive, private swimming area. As he takes it, she leans in close and whispers a final teasing warning, telling him to just be careful not to create a new life while they are in there. Her suggestive comment leaves Lin Zekin completely baffled as he wonders what she could possibly mean by a new life. As they walk down the school hallway, Lin Zekin looks at the key to the swimming pool. He thinks to himself that with exclusive access, he can finally begin to properly explore the true nature of Shen Qinghan's mysterious abilities. His thoughts are interrupted when Shen Qinghan stops him, saying she has a favor to ask. With a nervous expression, she explains she signed up for a singing competition. While she has practiced her solo parts, she still needs someone to help her with the duet section. She shyly asks if he can practice with her that evening, and Lin Zekin readily agrees. Overjoyed, Shen Qinghan throws her fist in the air and happily skips away. Lin Zekin watches her go, thinking about how much this competition means to her. He smiles, hoping she will be able to find her confidence through it. Later that night at Shen Qinghan's apartment, the two are in her room practicing. She sings into a microphone while Lin Zekin sits and listens, providing the other part of the duet from his phone. Meanwhile, in the living room, Shen Qinghan's parents, Shen Jianai and Zhu Ming, are watching. Her father expresses concern, asking his wife if it is appropriate for them to be alone in a room together now that they are older. His wife quickly scolds him, retorting that they are childhood friends and questioning what right he has to object. She angrily tells him not to meddle, causing him to quickly back down. After overhearing her parents' conversation, Lin Zekin decides it's a good time to wrap up. He tells Shen Qinghan they've been at it for half an hour, and it is time to focus on their studies. As he gets ready to leave, he reminds her about their plan for the next day, to go to the school's private pool so she can get more comfortable with her water abilities. He tells her not to forget her swimsuit and she happily agrees. They say their goodbyes, and Lin Zekin heads home. Once alone, Shen Qinghan's thoughts are consumed by the upcoming trip to the pool and a deep blush spreads across her face. She nervously goes to her closet, wondering what swimsuit to wear. She lays out two options on her bed, a modest blue one-piece and a more revealing black bikini. She picks up the black bikini, her blush deepening as she worries it might be too revealing. Her imagination runs wild for a moment as she pictures a scene of her and Lin Zekin splashing each other playfully in the water. After a moment of hesitation, she makes up her mind, reasoning that since it will only be him at the pool, it should be fine. She resolutely shoves the bikini into her school bag. The next day after school, Lin Zekin and Shen Qinghan head to the empty gym swimming pool. Already changed into his swim trunks, Lin Zekin waits by the pool side. His impressive physique on display, he looks up at a security camera, remembering his promise to the principal and confidently thinking he will handle it. Just then Shen Qinghan's voice calls his name. He turns to see her standing in the doorway, wearing the revealing black bikini. With a bright smile and a slight blush, she walks toward him, apologizing for making him wait. Outwardly, Lin Zekin appears calm, simply telling her to slow down and be careful. Internally, however, he is completely flustered, thinking how incredibly cute she looks. After regaining his composure, he tells her it is time to get in the water and begin their training, to which she happily agrees. The two enter the water and begin to swim gracefully. Underwater, Lin Zekin takes Shen Qinghan's hand and they continue to swim together. Suddenly, her eyes widen and shock as she feels something strange. She quickly gets Lin Zekin's attention. Looking startled, she frantically points towards the surface, indicating they need to go up immediately. Understanding, Lin Zekin grabs her and pulls her swiftly towards the air. They break the surface with a splash and a concerned Lin Zekin holds her close, asking what happened. With a look of utter astonishment and excitement, Shen Qinghan exclaims that the water can pass directly through her body. To demonstrate, she holds out her hands just below the surface and tells him to watch. Just as she described, the water flows straight through her palms as if they were intangible before splashing back into the pool. At the school pool, Shen Qinghan looked at her hands in amazement as water flowed right through them. Confused, she asked Lin Zekin why her body seemed to be leaking water. He observed her, realizing he was witnessing her latent superpower. He seriously asked to see her hand to examine it. Upon touching her palm, he noted that aside from the strange ability, there seemed to be nothing abnormal. To investigate further, he suggested they get out of the pool so he could check the rest of her body. Unnaticably blushing and nervous, Shen Qinghan shyly agreed. Shortly after, Shen Qinghan was lying on a lounger by the pool, covered in water from Lin Zekin's tests. As he poured water over her, she asked how much longer the examination would take. After checking her 3 times, Lin Zekin thoughtfully concluded there were no other abnormalities. Helping her sit up, he told her that for now, it seemed only her hands had this ability, and she nodded in understanding. Sitting on the edge of the pool, Shen Qinghan asked if her lifelong problem of bedwetting could be related to this power, speculating that perhaps another part of her body also let water pass through. Lin Zekin admitted it was a possibility, and told her that the next time she felt the urge to pee, she should let him know. Visibly blushing, he added that she should try to feel if any other part of her body had the same sensation as her palms. He immediately felt embarrassed, thinking he had almost sounded like a pervert. Suddenly Shen Qinghan's face lit up. She exclaimed with joy that this meant she wasn't a useless girl, but a superpower user with water-related abilities. With newfound determination, she thought that maybe if she managed to fully develop her power, she could finally stand by Lin Zekin's side as a worthy partner. The story continues in a bustling city at night, with large holographic ads for cyborgs. Lin Zekin enters a supermarket, where a friendly female clerk welcomes him. He confidently walks to the counter, slides a card across it, and makes an astonishing request. 100 jin of the expensive savage giant eagle meat. The clerk is shocked by the massive order. She nervously takes his payment card and a note with a delivery address, stammering her agreement. As Lin Zekin leaves, the clerk watches him go, wondering which wealthy young master could be so extravagant. Despite her surprise, she professionally completes the order form, even asking for a good review with a smile. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Pie grow naturally. Later, in a secluded industrial area, Lin Zekin receives his delivery. He reflects on his finances, noting he had just received 120,000 yuan from his web novel, bringing his total funds to 210,000 yuan. He thinks this is more than enough to cover the cost. Looking at the large box of beast remains, he prepares to unlock its power, telling himself it's time to see what surprise the codex will give him. As he places his hand on the meat, immediately, a powerful vortex of white energy erupts and surrounds him. A blue system notification confirms he is devouring the savage giant eagle's life source, and the codex unlock progress has reached 100%. He then receives a vision of the eagle's power, the magnificent white bird soaring high, diving into the water, and hunting a massive purple squid-like creature with its powerful talons. As the vision fades, Lin Zekin stands in a radiant blue light. A final system notification announces he has successfully unlocked the Savage Giant Eagle Codex and acquired a new biological attribute, Eye of the Sky. A system notification explains his new ability, Eye of the Sky. It informs him that his field of vision and ability to track moving objects are greatly enhanced. As the power activates, his eyes glow with a brilliant golden light, the pupils becoming intricate and eagle-like. Putting his new skill to the test, Lin Zekin's perspective expands dramatically, giving him a panoramic bird's-eye view of the city. The power is incredibly precise, allowing him to zoom in on a single man in a crowd, and even read the text on his phone from an immense distance. He marvels at how powerful an eagle's vision truly is. Afterward, Lin Zekin returns home. He is surprised to find his parents, Lin Yansheng and Zhang Wangshen, watching a grim news report about a high-level gene fuser who mutated in public, resulting in hundreds of casualties. The footage shows a horrific winged monster holding a truck above a scene of destruction. The broadcast then cuts to a heated debate. A man argues that gene fusion is a flawed path, claiming humans should be able to unlock their own latent potential and evolve. This is immediately challenged by another man who calls the idea a fantasy, angrily questioning how they could fight aberrant beasts without gene fusers, pointing out that traditional martial artists can't even stop bullets. Watching the debate, Lin Zekin's parents discuss the issue. Lin Yansheng remarks that gene fusers are like uncontrollable bombs. Chang Wangshan dismisses his concerns, explaining that government regulations are very strict and the probability of such an incident is incredibly small. She adds that a more pressing issue is that gene fusers often lose their ability to have children. Lin Yansheng agrees, suggesting it's best to save their genetic material or have a child before the fusion process. As they were talking, Jiang Wengshan suddenly noticed her son had returned. She became flustered, realizing they had been having a conversation not meant for his ears, and greeted him with an embarrassed blush. Seeing their awkwardness, Lin Zekin suggested they all have dinner. While the family ate, Lin Zekin announced that his school would hold a campus singing competition the next day, and Shen Jinhan had signed up. His parents were thrilled. Lin Yansheng declared the entire family had to go cheer her on, and Jiang Wangshan enthusiastically agreed, adding that Shen Jinhan was like a daughter to her. Lin Zekin calmly agreed. The night of the competition was a massive event with a large brightly lit stage and an energetic crowd. True to their word, Lin Yansheng and Jiang Wangshan were in the audience, cheering wildly for Shen Jinhan with supportive headbands and a large glowing sign. Before the show, in an empty classroom, Lin Zekin was helping Shen Jinhan prepare. He gently applied makeup to her face. When she opened her eyes, she noticed he was staring intently at her. Blushing, she shyly asked why he was looking at her like that. Lin Zekin simply smiled and told her she looked beautiful. His sincere compliment made Shen Jinhan, dressed in an elegant black gown, blush even more deeply. Their intimate moment was interrupted by their friend, Xu Rui, who peeked in. She teasingly asked if they were finished with their affectionate display. A flustered Shen Jinhan frantically explained she had only asked for his help because of his excellent makeup skills. Xu Rui playfully dismissed her excuses, teasing them for acting like an old married couple. Lin Zekin is holding multiple makeup brushes, reinforcing his makeup master reputation. Xu Rui explained she only came to remind them they were on stage after the next two performers. With a final wave, she left. After she was gone, Lin Zekin told Shen Jinhan he would walk with her to prepare. However, Shen Jinhan remained seated, looking extremely nervous and trembling. With a deeply flustered expression, she shyly tugged on his jacket, struggling for words. A moment later, she blurted out that she had lost control of her bladder again, revealing her nervousness had triggered her unusual condition, leaving a wet stain running down her elegant dress and onto the floor. Overwhelmed with despair, Shen Jinhan cries hysterically. She tells Lin Zekin their performance is about to start and worries she has ruined everything. She fears everyone will hate her if they find out she wet her pants. Lin Zekin calmly approaches her, holds her face and tells her to stop crying or her makeup will be ruined. As they stand alone in the empty classroom, an idea strikes him. His gaze falls on the large white curtains. Wasting no time, he grabs scissors and rips a curtain from the wall. He spreads it on a table and skillfully begins cutting the fabric. Shen Jinhan watches in amazement, her tears stopping. In a moment, he transforms the curtain into an elegant, multi-layered white dress. Moved by his ingenuity, she whispers his name. Lin Zekin presents his creation and tells her to hurry to the bathroom to change. Blushing, Shen Jinhan says that's not necessary and asks him to turn around so she can change right there. Lin Zekin is visibly flustered by her request, a deep blush spreading across his face. Despite his embarrassment, he agrees and turns his back so she can have some privacy. Behind him, Shen Jinhan centrally removes her ruined black dress. Although he isn't looking, Lin Zekin can hear everything and he remains flustered as she stretches playfully in her underwear behind him before putting on the new dress. Once changed, Shen Jinhan tells Lin Zekin he can turn around. He sees her looking stunning in the impromptu gown. She thanks him, smiling brightly and explaining that after her cry, she's no longer nervous. Lin Zekin wishes her luck, affectionately patting her head as she beams at him. Soon, an announcer calls Li Chuxan and Shenjin Hu into the stage. They deliver a vibrant, energetic performance, captivating the crowd. After, the announcer builds suspense before declaring them the winners. The two friends embrace joyfully as the audience cheers wildly. In the crowd, Lin Zekin stands with his father, applauding proudly with a satisfied smile. The next day, a teacher enters the classroom and is shocked to see the window, angrily demanding to know who cut up the curtain. As punishment, Lin Zekin and Shenzhen Huan must clean the entire classroom. While mopping, Lin Zekin thinks it's a fitting atonement. Suddenly, a system notification pops up, announcing he completed an achievement for cooperating 1,000 times. His reward is the gregarious animal attribute, which increases his combat power based on nearby allies. A small, satisfied smile crosses his face at this unexpected gain. Meanwhile, Shenzhen Huan's life has improved. After her victory, she becomes much more popular. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Abhi grow naturally. Other girls praise her singing and invite her to karaoke. Beaming with newfound confidence, she happily agrees. Her confidence also helps her martial arts skills improve steadily. Lin Zekin also progresses, winning a major martial arts tournament, the first for Shanghai High in 5 years. He is celebrated by his parents, a joyful Shan Qinghuan and his teammates. Soon, his room is filled with trophies. His fame leads to an endorsement deal, making him the spokesperson for the He family's martial arts gym. All his hard work pays off. Between his endorsement deal and his web novel income, Lin Zekin has amassed over 900,000 yuan. Looking at his bank balance, he concludes it's more than enough to unlock the next codex. Lin Zekin goes to a secluded area to pick up his next order from the friendly supermarket clerk. Inside the large box are the remains of a hidden dragon, a large lizard-like creature known for stealth. Placing his hand on the meat, Lin Zekin begins the absorption process, and a powerful blue aura erupts around him. A system notification confirms he is devouring the hidden dragon's life source, and the codex unlock progress reaches 100%. A moment later, another notification announces he has unlocked the hidden dragon codex and acquired the new attribute, natural camouflage. The system explains his new power. The ability allows him to reduce his presence by lowering his internal life signs and lets him hide his true biological level. Lin Zekin immediately understands the skill's dual applications. He can become stealthy for ambushes or hide his true strength to lull enemies into a false sense of security. With his main objective complete, he remembers he needs to buy a cake for his mother and walks through the city. His thoughts are interrupted by a shout. He turns to see the startling scene. A beautiful red-haired woman being forcefully escorted by 2 guards in tactical gear. Suddenly a young man involved in the arrest calls his name and surprise. Lin Zekin recognizes him as Zhang Kai, a senior from his school. His attention is drawn to Zhang Kai's powerful cybernetic legs. Zhang Kai explains nonchalantly that after failing to get into high school, he became a biker and broke his legs so badly in an accident they had to be amputated. Zhang Kai explains he was lucky enough to join a mechanical modification experiment run by the Mechanical God Group, which unexpectedly transformed him from a disabled person into a cyborg. Curious, Lin Zekin asks about the arrested woman. A guard explains she is a remnant of the Rat God cult, the only female among 9 fugitives. Just then, Zhang Kai's colleague calls for him to leave. As he hurries off, he waves goodbye, promising to talk later, and Lin Zekin waves back. Watching them go, Lin Zekin becomes suspicious. The public security department searched for the Rat God cult fugitives with all its resources and found nothing, yet the Mechanical God Group captured one with ease. He concludes this group is not to be underestimated. His thoughts are interrupted by a call from his mother, Zhang Wanshan. She asks if he bought the cake and when he'll be home. He says he's on his way and will be back soon, and she reminds him to be. The scene shifts to a lively birthday celebration. Since their birthdays are a day apart, their families always celebrate together. Their parents are gathered singing happy birthday. For their 18th birthday, they stand side by side and blow out the candle on their cake. After, their mothers tell them to exchange presents. As they happily give each other gifts, their happy moment is shattered as the room begins to tremble violently. The families are thrown off, someone shouting if it's an earthquake. Lin Zekin instinctively grabs Chen Qinghan to study her, but Lin Zekin immediately senses this is no ordinary earthquake. Something feels terribly wrong. Deep beneath the city, the true cause is revealed. a massive cavern teeming with an endless swarm of rats, their red eyes glowing as they surge upwards. The next morning, a TV news report dismisses the previous night's event. An anchor explains that Shanghai City is not on a tectonic plate boundary, so a major earthquake is unlikely, and advises citizens not to panic. At breakfast, Lin Zichen finishes his meal and tells his parents he is leaving for school. His father tells him to be careful. Outside, Shen Qinghan is waiting and cheerfully asks to walk to school together, to which he agrees. As they walk, she happily remarks that since they have celebrated their 18th birthday, they are officially adults. Lin Zichen adds that the college entrance exams are also approaching. Shen Qinghan admits she gets nervous just thinking about it. Some time passes, and Lin Zichen finally saves up enough money to unlock his next codex. He begins the absorption process, and a powerful purple energy swirls around him as he targets the void crocodile. A system notification confirms he is devouring the creature's life source, and the codex unlock progress reaches 100%. He receives a vision of a large crocodilian beast with fish-like fins swimming powerfully, trying to escape from the savage giant eagle. A final notification announces he has successfully unlocked the Void Crocodile Codex and acquired a new biological attribute, Danger Perception. The system explains this ability allows him to sense hostility from other creatures within a certain range and makes it easier to judge their biological level. Lin Zichen thoughtfully concludes this will be a useful skill for preventing sneak attacks. To test his new power, he goes to a busy shopping mall. As he walks through the crowd, he uses his danger perception and can now see the power levels of everyone. He observes most people are ordinary Tier 1 or Tier 2, confirming the vast majority are normal people. While browsing the supermarket, he decides on his next target for the codex. He sees packages of life and death toad meat, which he speculates could grant a self-healing ability. However, his enthusiasm fades when he sees the price, a staggering 100,000 won per jin. He realizes his monthly income from his web novel isn't enough to afford it. With a determined look, he concludes he must find a way to increase his income after the exams. The story moves to the Nanjiang Provincial Education Department inside the minister's office. A striking woman with light purple hair and antler-like horns, Mo Dongjai, the vice principal of Shanghai University and Minister of Education for Nanjiang Province, sits listening to a report. A male subordinate is finishing a presentation on the educational situation across the province. Mo Dongjai calmly sips her drink and thanks him. She then asks about the status of Origin Site number 36. Her assistant replies the situation has finally stabilized, expressing great relief. He explains that if it hadn't, the entire province would have been doomed. With nothing else to discuss, Mo Dongjai tells him he can go. After he leaves, Mo Dongjai is alone with her thoughts. She muses to herself that it has been many years since she last accepted a disciple. She walks to the large window, which looks out onto a beautiful tropical beach, and stares at her own reflection. The martial arts college entrance exam is an intense 9-day ordeal. The first day consists of a written exam in the morning and a physical fitness assessment in the afternoon. From the second to the 8th day, students are sent into a forest for a week-long practical combat and survival test. The final 9th day is dedicated to an aptitude test for gene fusion and mechanical modification. The story picks up on June 7, the first day of the exam. Lin Zichen and Shen Xinghan walk together, but she is clearly on edge. She nervously tugs on his sleeve, confessing how tense she is, her primary fear being that she might lose control of her bladder again. Lin Zichen looks at her with a warm smile. He pulls her into a comforting hug, telling her not to be nervous. Holding her close, he reminds her that her theoretical knowledge is solid and she has already taken precautions by wearing a diaper, so she just needs to do her best. His closeness makes her blush. Flustered, but comforted, she promises she will do her best and tells him he needs to do his best as well. He agrees. During the written exam, Lin Zichen sits with a confident expression, easily filling out the test paper. He finishes long before time is up with, "Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Pi grow naturally." Nothing else to do, he rests his head on his hand and brainstorms new plot ideas for his web novel. After the exam, he notices Shen Xinghan walking with her head down, looking upset. He worries she might not have done well. He approaches to comfort her. putting a hand on her shoulder and reminding her they only need to pass the written portion. However, Shen Xinghan quickly tells him she did very well and doesn't need his comfort. Confused, Lin Zichen asks why she looks so unwell. Blushing furiously, Shen Xinghan quietly confesses she had an accident and wet her pants again. She quickly tells him to wait while she runs to the restroom. Lin Zichen reminds her to be quick, as the physical fitness assessment is about to begin. Later, during the weightlifting portion, Lin Zichen demonstrates his overwhelming power and announces he declares his final score as he effortlessly lifts a massive 950 kg barbell with one hand, leaving the other student speechless. His classmates erupt in shouts of disbelief, recalling his other incredible results, a 5.12-second 100m dash and a 4.91m vertical jump. After completing her own tests, a tired Shen Xinghan in her gym clothes approaches Lin Zichen. He asks how she did. With a weary but proud smile, she reports her impressive scores, a 9.32-second 100m dash, a 1.62m vertical jump, and a 125 kg lift. She adds with a small sigh that her results are still nothing compared to his. Lin Zichen praises her, telling her that with scores like that, she is a top-tier female student. He gives her an affectionate pat on the head, and she looks up at him with a happy expression. Sometime after, their classmate Hai Yu runs up, excitedly announcing their written exam scores are available. He tells them he heard Wang Ziwoji and Liu Gang scored in the high 80s, and he himself got an 80. As he asks about their scores, a nervous Shen Xinghan checks her phone. Her face lights up with joy as she exclaims she got an 82. Hai Yu is stunned. They both turn to Lin Zichen. He calmly holds up his phone, showing a perfect score of 100. Shen Xinghan cheers for him, while a dumbfounded Hai Yu mutters that Lin Zichen is as freakishly talented as ever. Later, as they walk home, Shen Xinghan expresses her nervousness about the next phase, the week-long practical test in the forest. Lin Zichen takes her hand and reassures her, telling her not to worry because he will stay by her side and protect her. Comforted, she agrees to stick close to him. Meanwhile, in a private room, two mysterious figures discuss the exam. One man in a formal suit and a sinister-plagued doctor mask hands a small wooden box to a younger man. The masked man instructs his subordinate to make good use of his position as a safety officer. The young man takes the box. Inside are 10 dark seed-like objects, which the masked man calls demon seeds, that will aid him in his mission. The masked man promises that if the young man succeeds, he will be recommended to become a full member of their organization. The young man seems more interested in a different reward, stating he would prefer a rare, different fruit. The masked man scoffs, calling him short-sighted. He explains a single fruit could only help him evolve to a mid-tier rank, whereas joining their organization opens the door to evolving into a truly advanced being. After a moment, the young man is convinced, agreeing that becoming an official member is the more valuable prize. A convoy of buses travels through a dense, foggy forest. An announcement informs students they are about to arrive at the practical exam location. Inside a bus, Shen Xinghan is sleeping on Lin Zichen's shoulder. He gently wakes her, letting her know they have arrived. An automated voice directs students from entrance 9 to get off the bus and proceed to the assembly point. The students gather at a large staging area where the rules of the week-long exam are explained. Numerous score tokens are hidden throughout the forest, some in hard-to-reach places, and others carried by beasts. Safety officers are stationed near dangerous creatures, but calling for their help results in immediate disqualification. The most powerful beasts and the highest scores are located deep within the forest. A student's final grade is determined by the points from tokens and a performance review based on camera footage. With 100 students competing for 50,000 tokens, at least half will fail to score any points. The exam encourages both cooperation and competition. Students can team up to share tokens or steal them. An official announces they have 1 hour to prepare. Immediately, students begin trying to form alliances. One student loudly tries to recruit teammates by boasting about his father. Their attempt is quickly shut down by a strict female instructor, who warns them against such open recruiting. Nearby, Lin Zichen and Shen Xinghan are snacking when a group of female students asks Lin Zichen to team up. He bluntly refuses. Just then, another student, a young man with brownish red hair, walks up and asks if he could buy some of their food. Instead, Lin Zichen tosses him a package of toast as a gift. Impressed, the student suggests they team up, introducing himself as Hong Junping from a top high school. While eating his snack, Lin Zichen politely rejects the offer. A bit dejected, Hong Junping thanks him for the food and walks away. Watching him leave, Shen Qinghan comments on how strange the guy was. Lin Zichen gives her a knowing smile and explains that the man's true intention was not about the food, but about the great beauty with him. Realizing he was trying to hit on her, Shen Qinghan blushes. With their break over, Lin Zichen takes Shen Qinghan's hand and they set off into the forest. As they enter the vast wilderness, Lin Zichen decides on a cautious strategy. To help Shen Qinghan acclimate, they begin by searching for score tokens in the safer, outer regions. To aid their search, Lin Zichen activates his Eye of the Sky ability, his eyes glowing with golden light. His enhanced vision lets him instantly spot a target. He tells Shen Qinghan he has found a token at the top of a nearby tree, and instructs her to get it. Eagerly, Shen Qinghan leaps high into the air with incredible agility. A moment later, she triumphantly holds up a token with the number 1 on it, happily shouting to Lin Zichen that she got it. With his Eye of the Sky active, Lin Zichen systematically scans the area, directing Shen Qinghan from one hidden token to the next. Soon she has collected a small handful of 1-point tokens. Overjoyed, Shen Qinghan throws her arms around Lin Zichen in an excited hug, exclaiming how amazing he is. Their celebration is cut short as they are surprised by an unexpected arrival. It is Hong Junping, who greets them with a smile. He holds up a large score token, stating he has already gathered 28 points. He claims he wants to repay Lin Zichen, but internally, his motive is to get to know the incredibly cute Shen Qinghan. He formally offers to team up, suggesting they split all points evenly among the 3 of them. Lin Zichen flatly rejects that offer. He tells Hong Junping that if he is serious about repaying them, he can simply hand over all his score tokens. Hong Junping is visibly shocked and angered by this outrageous demand. His friendly demeanor vanishes and surrounded by a surging aura, he charges forward, shouting that they have chosen the wrong path. As Hong Junping charges, yelling they have chosen the wrong path, Lin Zichen calmly smirks, agreeing that Hong Junping is the one who has chosen wrongly. The fight is over in instant. Lin Zichen lands a single devastating punch to Hong Junping's stomach, causing him to double over in agony and spit up blood. With their opponent defeated, Lin Zichen and Shen Qinghan walk away arm in arm, with Lin Zichen now casually holding Hong Junping's score token. Behind them, their attacker lies unconscious. A concerned Shen Qinghan asks if he will be alright, but Lin Zichen nonchalantly reassures her that he didn't even use any real force. Over the next few days, Lin Zichen continues to guide and train Shen Qinghan. He helps her find more score tokens, pushes her to improve her strength by having her lift massive boulders, and teaches her practical survival skills like hunting wild boars. Their time is not all work. They also enjoy simpler moments like gathering fresh fruit. They work as a perfect team. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Up High. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.